On petrol, as you know, overnight the petrol excise relief will come off on the timetable legislated by our predecessors. We are under no illusions about the impact that this will have on family budgets. We don't pretend that this won't make things more difficult for a lot of Australian motorists. Our responsibility to the Australian people is to manage the budget responsibly and to be upfront about what we can and can't afford to do. And the reason that this petrol excise relief is expiring tonight on the former government's timetable is because it would be too expensive to extend it indefinitely. Even to extend it for 6 months would cost the budget about $3 billion. There are substantial pressures already on the budget. We've still got around $1 trillion in gross debt in the budget, and so we can't fund everything that Australians would like us to fund. And so all along, before the election, during the election and after the election, we've said to the Australian people in an upfront and honest way, we can't afford to extend this petrol excise relief. We are aware of the pressures and we understand the pressures that Australians are under all around Australia. We will provide responsible cost of living relief in areas like childcare and medicines and TAFE fees, and we will get wages moving again, but we can't afford to fund every bit of cost of living relief indefinitely that people would like us to. That's just the reality of the situation. I spoke this morning at 7 a.m. With Gina Cass-Gottlieb, the chair of the ACCC. I have asked the chair of the ACCC to maximise their role in the petrol market, the fuel market, to make sure that servos and suppliers aren't treating Australians as mugs as this petrol excise relief comes off. We want to make sure that servos and suppliers are doing the right thing. The ACCC is on the case. They will take action if people are behaving in the wrong fashion as this petrol excise relief comes off. As I've pointed out before, and as the various associations have pointed out over the course of the last week or two, there are hundreds of millions of litres of petrol in tanks underground paid for under the existing excise regime, and so the ACCC will be particularly attentive to the fact that a lot of that fuel was bought at the cheaper price rather than the more expensive price, and so there should not be an automatic 23 cents a litre increase overnight. It depends on how much fuel service stations have under the ground in these tanks bought at the cheaper price. Now, to the ACCC, I say thanks for the work that they've been doing. I know that Australians are experiencing pretty volatile petrol prices at the moment. Even in the last few days, we've seen a number of the big capital cities come up near the peak of the petrol price cycle, the normal cycle, but the ACCC will be very attentive to all that as well.